Okay. Hello, welcome, little mothlings. Let's play some Titan. We're gonna do a very quick run through the deck. If you want to know more, we actually will do. Please, you can check into some of the brewing sessions that we did, and those should be up on YouTube. Right now, as the very basics of the deck, in case you're completely unfamiliar, we have bounce lands, we have Gruul Turf, and Simic Growth Chamber. We have Lotus Field, which taps for 3 mana. These can all come into play untapped with Force of Vigor and with Spelunking. Spelunking is a little weirder, has some weird rules associated with it, but they don't matter for the sake of this conversation. Basically, play these lands, make piles of mana, play Titan. If we have two, these Spelunkings don't stack, sadly, so what we're really looking for is amulets. If we have 2 amulets out and a Titan, we win the game. It's as easy as that. The quick little, I will add the deck list to the comments. If you look through here, there's a lot of utility lands and a lot of things going on. Like Echoing Deep's copying from a graveyard, Vesuva copying from the battlefield. Valakut is our combo with Dryad, which makes it so we can kill people this way. Saga will get us the amulets. Urza's Cave gets us any land. Teleria West gets us Summoner's Pact or any land. Gardens copies a land. Shifting Woodland can copy anything. A lot of the time, what we're going to do is be copying Titans and triggering that. Otawara bouncing. Mirror Pool creates a Titan or copies something. Keswick Wolfrun is our kill land. Battlements is our haste land. So you can kind of see with the Lotus Fields, sometimes what we're doing, we have 2 graveyard recursions in the deck. We have the Aftermath Analyst for 6 mana. We mill 3, or it's 2 mana, but really we're looking at the 6. We're looking at milling 3 and sacrificing it, returning all lands in the graveyard of the battlefield tapped, which is then picked up by Amulet or by Spelunking and making piles and piles and piles of mana. Lumra, same thing. Its power and toughness equals the number of lands, and when it enters, we mill 4, then return everything from the graveyard. This is the same thing in that case. So you can start to see, as we have Lotus Fields, we're putting it out, sacrificing lands. We have Mirror Pool, allows us to copy Lumra, and Shifting Woodland allows us to become Aftermath Analyst. And in both of these cases, we can just recur and keep bringing things into our graveyard. And so that means we can 100% just loop Mirror Pool and make infinite Titans. We can take Urza's Cave, 3-tap sack, get another land, sack it to the Lotus Field, and now you get new lands into the mix with what you're returning each time. So if you really just need to surveil a bunch, you will take with a Titan, you're gonna take your Urza's Cave to get that into the mix. 3-tap sack, get the Commercial District. You sack both of those. You're returning it back every time, surveilling, and surveilling again. All of these for every time it comes back. So really, Summoner's Pact gets anything. Green Sun Zenith is brand new. It gets us our things even better, or without forcing us to maybe lose. Scapeshift is the same thing. If we have 4 lands, we can get a Titan on the battlefield from an empty board state. In that case, it would be getting. Wait. We would need to untap things, right? But so like a Spelunking, then we would get Lotus Field, Simic Growth Chamber, Teleria West, and we tap, return Teleria West, tap, T West, Summoner's Pact into Titan, cast the Titan, get 2 land. Like, we can win off of that. So, yeah, I'll leave that as it is. Take a look at the utility lands, everything that needs to be. We have our graveyard. We have Into the Floodmaw for basically returning anything, but it's very good into the Oculus matchup. Sky Turtle as well, good at returning the Floodmaw or the Flood Moon. Bobble, good for stopping cheating stuff. Cavern for counters, Bazooka Bog for the graveyard, Vengeances for energy, basically, Hex Drinker for things without removal, Insidious Fungus, artifact removal, Force of Vigor is also artifact removal, Oof against anything artifact heavy, 6 against anything removal heavy, Endurance for graveyard, and the special sauce is Tyrannus Rex, which I've absolutely killed people with. No one sees it coming, and that's just how it should be. So, with that said, let's move into some games. Good morning, Internet. Good morning, my mothlings. We are here today to play some Amulet. So this is actually, so I played a bunch of Boomer Titan. I had not played, I've not played Amulet, or Aftermath Amulet much on MTGO. And so this is all kind of new. We do kind of really expect to lose to the clock quite a bit. We can, let's do a quick rundown of the deck. Let's, it's on a different screen. That's this one, that's this one, that's this one. So, first off, in, very important things, we need to change this label, right? Also, I can't spell. Okay. So, we are here. Thank you, Nomad Gao, for the follow. Okay. So here we got. This is a fairly standard Titan deck, I guess, nowadays. We'll run through it really quick, but I think we could do like a deeper deck tech if people want later. If people are completely unfamiliar, then we can start from the base. But short version is 3 bounce lands, or basically 3 Garou bounce lands, 3 Simic bounce lands, 3 Lotus Fields, and then that is triggered off of we have 4 Amulets of Vigor and 4 Spelunking. They basically do the same thing. Not always. That's more complicated. But for the sake of this conversation, we run. You can see we have like a selection of other lands, like some various. Like we have a kill land. We have Mirror Pool for copying. We have Battlements for haste. We have Echoing Deeps for copying from the graveyard. Vesuva for copying from play. Cave gets us everything. Teleria West gets us Summoner's Pact and lands. Lots of utility lands. They'll come up as we go here. Then we have the Grazers, allow us to drop an extra land. Don't I have Grazers? I think I have different Grazers. Escape Shift will get us any land we want, or all our lands. Look at this. We're just using our terrible Grazers. Also, Escape Shift is going to get us lands that we want for the win. Lumra is going to do the same thing, but from the graveyard. We have Titans, which gives us things. Dryad makes us things mountains. Etc., etc., right? Green Sun Zenith and Summoner's Pact get us things from the grave, or from the deck. Sideboard. Into the Floodmaw. To return anything, Vampire's Vengeance kills things. It costs more than Pyroclasm, but it's an instant, which is pretty good. Tyrannus Rex, a lot of people don't play it, but I do, and it's great. I've pulled off wins before against Control, and I really quite like the card. Force of Vigor destroys artifacts, enchantments. Endurance shuffles graveyards. 6 will let us play from the graveyard. Collector Oof shuts down artifacts. Insidious Fungus shuts down artifacts, enchantments, and ramps sometimes, maybe. Hex Drinker will come in if we have, if they have no removal. If this can just get destroyed because leveling up is an instant, and that's sad, or a sorcery, and that's sad, but if they can't stop it, then we can level it up immediately and make it a serious, serious threat. Sky Turtle has it's a big flying ward, sure, but the 2-channel abilities plus being able to get it off Summoner's Pact is amazing. Vexing Bauble for free things, Cavernous Souls against counter spells, Bog as more graveyard removal, and that is it. That is the 5-second tech deck. Okay, that's it. I think now. Oh, the turtle. The turtle is way better than anything you could possibly imagine. One of the big things in there. So, like I said, it's a big body and it can be fine. Ward 1 also fine. Ward 2, Ward 2. But the big thing is green 2, discard it, return something from the graveyard to your hand. We can end step, we can use mana, get something back to our hand, maybe a dead titan, maybe whatever, and cast it the next turn. That's huge. But the last one is the secret amazing mode. Discard it, so return target creature to its owner's hand. So this costs blue 1. We have blue mana with the Growth Chambers, with the Ottawa, or with the Tularia West, right? What we want to do here, we can return anything, but the best play we have here is Summoner's Pact, or basically during our turn, we Summoner's Pact, we get the turtle, we bounce their Harbinger of the Tides, basically their Flood Moon. We can use all of our mana because it's blue, we bounce it, they return that to their hand, and then we just go about our business winning the game at that moment. And so the fact that we can get it with the Summoner's Pact is really, really huge, and it really allows us this to really leverage the flexibility of the channels. So I think this is it. Let me double check my tech on my side, and then I think we'll be good to go. Let's see. We got our match tracker. Let's just go. Right. Sky Turtle is our hero and savior. Also, sometimes I definitely have beat people with a 37-5 flying haste trample Sky Turtle, because Kessig Wolfrun does that sometimes. At the same regard, I've also done that with a huge Arboreal Grazer, so I guess it's not super turtle thing, but turtle's great. Okay. So let's move into our match. Let's start a match, let's get matched. And then, yeah, so kind of like I said before, time is going to be an issue. Time is always an issue in MTGO. You saw it maybe in the we had it the last couple days in the Orzhov deck. The Orzhov deck the Death and Taxes deck is a very grindy deck and can really go long. We have the opposite problem here, where we actually have lines to win the game that we have to pass by. Things we would do in paper, but on Magic Online we cannot. Hey! Welcome, Mishra. Isn't it so early for you? Bust out Titan and people come crawling out of the woodwork. Okay, we are on the play, and we are versus Dirty Haribo. That's not a good name. Okay, whatever. That's not for me to judge. Titan on the play is where we want to be. A very classic pattern. Yeah, we'll keep that. A very classic pattern of what we'll do here is win the first, lose the second, putting us in good position to win the third. This is a cat. It's really annoying right now. Okay. So we're just going to start with Boseiju, tap for Amulet, pass the turn. So if they don't do anything, next turn we have, at the very least, we have Growth Chamber into Spelunking. Let's see what they're playing. Hey, look, it's energy, because of course it is. I don't know if it's Boros or Mardu, but we'll figure that out as we go along. Where's that? Okay. PA combat. And stuff. Okay. So, here we are. We're going to play our Simic Growth Chamber. Bounce in the bottom, untap. Did we untap? Internet. Okay, this is going to be super bad if we can't even play. If we have to wait 5 minutes between triggers, we are just going to lose this. There we are. Okay. Let the untap. It's funny because if I can talk to you, then it's just Magic Online. But the problem is that if the internet gets really bad like this, it makes it much more likely to miss triggers, to click too many times, to click something, right? And that is super bad. Okay. So we're going to tap for 2. We're going to tap for 1. Exactly. I was worried about the stream, but if you can see it, then... Okay, so we're going to return the Growth Chamber. Play a Spelunking. Spelunking is going to draw us a card. And then we play another land. Another Boseiju is pretty ridiculous and unnecessary. We could Simic Growth Chamber for 2. Dropping to 1, casting Grazer. We don't have enough. Okay, so let's just we're gonna cast Valakut. Enter on tap because of Spelunking. And be done. Well, if we didn't have so many Boseijus, we could scape shift and win the game. But we don't. Okay. We're calling this white-red energy. And they're going to attack. And that's fine. Yield through the turn. The worst thing they can do is Blood Moon us. They can Blood Moon us, but our Boseijus are still considered legendary. Okay, well, that's not great either. They have not gained any life, so oh yeah, wait, they've gained a bunch of life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they still don't have. Monkey got. I don't know. I didn't even look. Doesn't actually say in the log. Oh, I can look at it here. I'm sure it's a land. It's always a land. Yeah, the monkey got a Gruul Turf. Okay, so here's what we do. We need 6 mana, right? We play Growth Chamber for 2. Grazer makes that 1. We play a Growth Chamber up to 3. 4, 5 is not enough. We can Zenith. Yeah, this is... Okay, well, we can make 5 and Scape Shift, right? Right. So we can 5 and Scape Shift, making 6 with 2 Lotus Fields, Green Sun Zenith, and I think make a Titan. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. So this is going to come in untapped. We'll tap it and return it. Man, three Boseijus is too many Boseijus. If they were anything else, then we would have been able to put them out and really stack. Really stack some lands out there, but see, we can Greensun Zenith into Lumra, but Lumra isn't super useful right now. Basically, we can make all the mana in the world right now. But it's not super effective. Whose clock is this coming off of? Man. I don't like this. This is how we lose. I don't think there's been any huge decision points, and we're already 2.5 minutes below the opponent. Okay, so as soon as it happens... yeah, there we go. Okay, yes, untapped. We tap it. Return growth chamber. 1, 2, 3, 4. Scape shift. Doesn't matter the color. We take 2 lands and we sacrifice them. Now we're going to get 2 Lotus Fields. They're going to enter untapped. My internet's been real bad the last couple days, right? And so it's never quite been bad enough, but it's not great. Sacrifice all the lands. Greensun Zenith for a Titan. Ah. Anything else would be a funny pick, but yes, I would like that. Shifting Woodland isn't super useful. Let's take... we're going to take Battlements and Commercial District. Yep. Let's Surveil. Map can stay on top, which just means not in the graveyard in this case. Because we are going to get 2 more Titan triggers. And we are going to attack with Titan. Yep. I think we're going to take a Growth Chamber and a T-West, returning the T-West. Or set us up for next turn, or I guess let's take Growth Chamber and Gardens. Again, we're setting ourselves up for next turn. We're not going to die next turn. Did it click? Are we doing it? Can I please have this card? And it's just untapped. Yeah, there's... We're going to have to... I think I'm going to have to restart, I don't know, a router or a computer or something. So I'm actually going to need to break the stream after this, maybe. It's not great, but this is too much. Copy the amulet. Like, if every trigger takes a minute... Pay blue. And now we're going to return Commercial District to the hand. Oops. Yeah, we can burn that mana. They can block, but they won't. And I think we're done with our turn. Oof. That was a 10-minute turn. And we didn't do anything. We're going to yield their turn as well. We ain't got no business. They should probably do that to Ragavan. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I guess it's the flying is more the issue. Arguably, it doesn't matter because, yeah, they do pick Ragavan. Rags has, or luckily our Grazer has, the Grazer has reach. That's the one. Yeah, so we take a pile of damage and they're gonna get 2, and then it's a sloth. That's a sloth, not a monkey. Importantly, it used to be a beast, and everyone called it a sloth, and so wizards errated it, and is now a sloth as a creature type. Shit. I wanted that. Yeah, this isn't looking great. I need to win next turn, which is possible, but not with a forest. You know, yeah, I think we just concede the game. Into sideboarding. I don't know what happened to music. My assumption here is, like everything else is breaking, that is also breaking. Whew, this morning. Hode says, here, you can sit right there. That's good. Okay, let's start things from the top. We're working on it. We're working on it. Go to our sideboard. Vampire's Vengeance is important. I mean, nothing. We have to expect Blood Moon. So we bring Force with. So Force and 2 Vengeances. Force quit iTunes. Open it back up. So we need to side against this bullshit. Music is more important than our time. I'd rather... Okay, we're going to take out a Spelunking. We use those a lot. We use those a lot to deal with when there's a lot of removal for the amulets. There will be amulets for this, or there will be the bit of removal, but it's in the static prisons, right? And let's just do 62 cards. Titan is a funny beast. When you have so many lands, you can kind of just do what you want. Let's put on music. Let's put on... Let's put on... We listened to Savant all yesterday. Let's put on... Here. Damn it. How about the Red Elvis? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a fine hand. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to Art. Okay, let's play a Urza's Cave. Tap it. Play an Amulet. Pass the turn. Oh, here we go. How about Rare Candy? Normal start. Let's play a Growth Chamber. Untaps by Amulet. At least the internet is a little better right now. Tap for 2. Let's tap that while we're here. Return the Growth Chamber. Play Spelunking. We'll draw a card. Ooh, an Amulet. That is a very good draw. Play a Forest. Tap it for Amulet. Pass the turn. So next turn, we can make 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, oh! Unless they do something wacky here, which they can. That's good. Okay, so they're at 14. They have this next turn. What we're gonna do is that is absolutely what happens. Okay, Keswick Wolfrun drawing this card right now is the worst thing that could possibly happen. What we just did is we just lost a turn 3 kill. Because we needed to get this from the library. Okay. And we can't play it now, because now, if we don't win this turn, what we need is to play Vampire's Vengeance, which means we need red, which means we need Crumbling Vestige. So red 1, 2... Is there a way we can do this? Well, I guess we just try to win next... Oh, man. Keswick Wolfrun. What the hell, man? Okay, if we do 1, 2, 3, 4, use 3 for Urza's Cave, bring in yeah. Getting a beach ball. Why is anything? Why is anything? I don't understand why the stream is working. Oh, well, that's why. Message untapped. Yeah, I mean, I can do that, but I don't need. I need Wolf Run for the quick kill. And Wolf Run, basically, what we were gonna do is we were going to bounce land to make mana, for Cave to sacrifice, for Lotus Field, which gives us enough for Zenith, for Titan, which gets a mirror pool, which hastes, which gets another mirror, or which gets makes another Titan, which then gets a haste land, and then after that, what we do is we attack, and our kill is Keswick Wolfron. But we need to be able to get it from the deck. And if we cannot get it from the deck, we do not have a kill. We can get close, but we don't have a kill. So because of that, we can't win this turn. That said, Vampire's Vengeance has bought us a turn. At the end of turn, what we can do is we can use a blood token to get rid of Keswick Wolfron. And then after that, what we can do is do the same thing we were going to do, but with Echoing Deeps. They're hasting in Rags, which probably means they, well, I don't know. It seems, whatever. They can hit us. Their Ragavan takes a Mycosynth Gardens, which is fine. They are going to, yeah, so we're going to pay 1. Discard Wolfron. So same thing as last turn, except this time we have a Lumra. Okay. Now let's win this game. Oh, even better. We can actually do that without using Cave at all. This we can just cast. Not untapped. Untapped, we only would have gotten 1 trigger. This way we get 2. Pay 1. Pay 2. Return it to my hand. Titan gets us 2 lands. Let's take a... we have 2... We're going to go old school. We have 2 Titan, or 2 Amulets. No to untapped. No to untapped. Take the mirror pool triggers on the bottom. Rule Turf on top. Untap, tap, untap. Maybe. Tap. Untap. Tap for mana. Untap. Copy Titan. ETB. What do we got? First main, check. So Titan is going to give us, right here, we are going to want a, let's say normally, the normal play is going to be Valakut. Oh. Attack for 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, I think we still have it. We can only attack with 1 Titan. This is a downside of spelunking. Spelunking actually will... Okay, we're putting on different music, if only because... I don't know, because I was looking... Okay, so we need... Battlements and Valakut. Valakut is going to enter untapped because it doesn't matter. Give Titan haste. Return vestige. Okay. Let's move to attacks. The Prodigy. Beginning of combat. Let's move into combat. Attack with the 1 Titan we can. Trigger. Okay, we are going to get... Lotus Field. And Echoing Deeps. Choose a land in the... Okay. Wolf Run. Nope. Lotus Field on the bottom. So Wolf Run's a cave. That's fine, I guess. 3 green. 3 red. Sack Urza's Cave. For another Lotus Field. Not untapped. Sack, untap. Untap. Lotus Field for red. Lotus Field for green. Sack, sack. 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 Let's pump the Titan. Do non-lethal damage. My favorite kind of damage. Yeah, even if we win this game now, we are not going to win the 3rd game. We've spent too much time. I do copy. We are playing Amulet Titan today, and we have a slow internet connection, which is a very, very, very bad combination. That's a good island, though. Or that's a good plains. So they're bringing out a hasted. A hasted what? Oh. Well, I don't think they're doing. Yeah, but we would have lost the timer anyway. This is Titan. They got a lot of mana. 3 mana. I mean, they're not casting Flage because haste doesn't matter for that. I mean, I don't know what they would. Oh, a Spiral. Nice. So the deck list is hanging on the, like if you hover over, there's like the Stream Decker overlay. But I can also put it in the, hold on, I don't have any business during their turn. I'll drop the deck list in the chat as well. Deck list. Probably. Yeah, I think that's it. That's the right deck list. They got a Boseiju. They have 2 treasure tokens. Basically, if they have 2 static prisons, they win. If they have 2 static prisons, they would have had to draw them, like, very recently. They destroyed Titan. It's not great. 1 Titan is enough. See, I mean, we have a Lumra loop right here. And we can't take that. We don't have time for that. In paper, we would shortcut it. We were like, yeah, you could be like, yeah, this is the loop. You demonstrate it, and you can win, right? Okay, Aftermath Analyst would be another great card to. We bring back all the lotuses. Like, we would just make so much mana. 6 mana. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Vestige. Untapped. We don't care what this is. Sure. Make some blue. Lose some blue. Attack with Titan. Use the ability. We're going to get Lotus Field and Gruul Turf. No. Untapped. Come on now. Bounce on the bottom. Sack on top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make mana that doesn't matter. Make mana that doesn't matter. Make the right color mana. Make the right color mana. Make that very large. (14/6) trample. We're gonna sack some lands. Oh, I don't know why I didn't tap other things. Doesn't matter really at this point. We sack those 2. Let's return Echoing Deeps to my hand. There's a cave. We attack. There's literally nothing they can do, but oh, not maybe they can. I don't know. They're gonna Surgical Titan. I don't know why they would do that. I mean, maybe. I guess if they can bounce this. Or don't remember this has trample? Okay. Let's go. We have 6 minutes to win. What beans? Beans is... Assuming you're talking about the same beans. Beans is banned in Modern, actually. And Nissa, you mean the Elf the Aftermath Nissa, yeah? Yeah, beans is... especially because of the elementals. Like, the elementals are like... We're proper. Oh, that Nissa. Oh, that's really expensive. It's like 6 mana? It's like, if I can put out a Nissa, then I can put out a Titan. And if I can put out a Titan, I can win the game. Straight up. The competition for the 6 mana slot here is real. Okay, this is not great. We have an Amulet, but we have no untapped first turn. We're going to keep it. I'm mostly keeping it because we don't know what... Like, I don't think we'll finish this game. Saga is a very good card. Trigger. Cast an Amulet. Pass the turn. Okay, this is maybe. We still don't have tons of time, but with 4 minutes left, they could always interact. Very possible. If they don't interact, we probably have a turn 3 kill. I'll have to take a look at the Nissa. I haven't taken a look at it in a while, so... Thraben Charm destroys... Oh, destroys Saga. That's actually... Well, I wouldn't say it's good, but... They'll extract Saga. That's not the end of the world. I think I can win through that, but that's... Again, we're looking at time right now. And the Saga top deck was going to allow us... And to be fair, if you're ever in that situation, you destroy the Amulet and you get rid of those. Okay. What do we even have in this deck? For Zenith targets. Let's play this Shifting Woodland. Untap it. Pass the turn. We're not even thinking about their game state right now. So next turn, yeah, I mean that's game. And again, it's entirely possible. It's entirely possible to win. In addition to Blood Moon, things like that. But we don't even have enough time to combo off. And at this point, we would have to top deck a... we would have to top deck a mountain, which is not great. I mean, a forest, rather. We actually don't play Dryad Arbor. I have thought about it. An Amulet. It was in some of the test builds of this deck that I was playing around with. Oops. But it also wouldn't matter because I can't green stuff because I don't have green, and if I did, if I somehow could, the Dryad Arbor would also be a mountain. I could also summon this pact for it. What a hand. So we need a forest, which we can then get. So at the very least, we can get a forest. Then we can Green Sun Zenith for a Dryad. Next turn. Dryad will not give us our land. It will not give us our land abilities back, but what it will do is it'll give us our Dryad will give us our land, our colors back. So if we beach ball into nothing. Not really though, because bounce lands don't bounce. Oh, that's fine. Destroy my amulet. Bounce lands don't bounce. So I can go for Valakut victory, but I have to be. Oh, and Valakut is a mountain. Valakut's a basic mountain, so that will not work. What we have now they bring back Flage, but it doesn't have haste. What we have now that we have a forest, is we could get a Boseiju, and we could we could get a Boseiju and destroy Blood Moon. Boseiju, even if we pulled a Boseiju now. Green Sun Zenith. We take a Dryad. And then we concede the game. This game, they were going to win next turn. The clock would have killed us anyway. Rexage, not terrible. We actually have... we have in the sideboard... let me make sure we're... Yeah. Hey, look at that. Boop. Okay. So we actually have... and this is in the sideboard, right? And I guess I should bring in for more... we have the Insidious Fungus. I mean, granted, it's one where we pay 2 instead of 3 ETB, but I think it's actually probably better. And that we probably should have brought in. Actually, this is new to the deck. I hadn't actually played with it much. And since we didn't have one in the deck, we did not get it. But that is our Rexage, so to speak. Well, we had fun, right? We had fun. Okay, so let's charge into game round 2. I need to keep updating my things as I do. Okay. So we pray the internet gods are with us. We have a pairing. It's stuttering already, which is not great. I should have made a coffee. Okay, we're on the draw versus Rebel 96. So echoing deeps without copying anything into Amulet. Turn 2 doesn't look great. We need a bounce land. If we top a bounce land, we have Dryad and Spelunking. I think we're going to keep this. No, we're not going to. We're not going to keep this. Mulligan aggressively. B. Aggressive. B. Aggressive. Right? Okay, whatever. We don't want this either. Should have kept the first one. Great. Amazing. Let's pretend this is amazing. Pact goes away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pact goes away. I guess if we have Titan. Oh, we should have. See, we should have sent Mirror Pool. It's not great. It's not what we want in our hand, but our against these two. Yeah, the first hand was what we wanted. Ooh, there we go. Commercial district. We just need the surveil. Dryad. We could, next turn, we do Force of Vigor, Plague Rule Turf, pay 1. Yeah, we can keep that on top. Pass turn. So we can cast Grazer. We're going to cast Amulet, Grazer, and Dryad next turn. Hey, look. It's energy again. Oh, it is not energy again. Ruby Storm. Storm is very fun. Okay. Cast Amulet. Play Gruel Turf. 1, 2. Untap, tap. Return that. Grazer. Gruel Turf. Untap on the bottom. Or, sorry, bounce on the bottom. 1, 2, making 3. Return Turf to hand. Dryad for another land drop. Mirror Pool can untap, which is fine. So we have a Titan next turn. But this is Ruby Storm. They could win this turn. We're just at the... We're at the whim of their hand. We've F6'd out. They're going to do what they're going to do. And there's nothing we can do about it. Opponent. Opponent is thinking, or my internet's broken. It's really hard to say. It has not said they disconnected, and so probably... Like, I know the Wi-Fi's been messed up, but... I don't think it's taking them this long. So, Rowland 3 floating. Into my turn. I didn't expect to get a turn. Okay. So what do they have in there? They have a Ritual, Bloodstained Myers, Sacred Foundry in their exile. They need to play next turn. They have one card in hand. Let's assume it's not exceptionally useful, because otherwise they would have cast it. I think they had mana they didn't use. Oh shit! Yeah, I thought I did it dumb. But yeah, we're on Dryad, not double Amulet. We're on double. Untap, add mana, return it to our hand. Play red. Play colorless. Play a Titan. Battlements, yeah, that's a good call, because that would have been bad for them. This is basically how rounds. This is how rounds go against Ruby. Vexing Bauble is huge in this. Bazooka Bog is huge in this. Endurance. Let's take Fungus. Floodmaw. I don't know if we're going to run all of this, but let's see what we can do here. They don't fuck around with Blood Moon or anything. They just go. As far as I know, I don't fucking know. Let's take out... We'll take out a Boseiju for the Bazooka Bog. Take out a Spelunking for Endurance. Azusa is a very good card. Let's take out a... What are we, 65 right now? We'll cut Azusa. We'll take... cut a map. Cut the scape shifts. So let's see how it goes. It's not necessarily going to be amazing, but we're game up, and so we can, no matter what we do, we can, we have the third game. Not only we're a game up, but we're a game up with a decent amount of time. I need to, 1 sec. Okay. We actually have more time than them, which is crazy. That is a terrible hand. I mean, what helps? What wins us the game? What do we get? Amulet? I think this hand is too slow. Against Ruby, that's not the hand for us. This we're gonna keep. We have the Saga. We have Boseiju. Echoing Deeps. I think Echoing Deeps is better in the library than in my hand. They go first, which means I draw, which is fine. Oops. Yeah. We're going to pass. Opponent is surveilling. Like I said, I never really know if people are taking their time with decisions or it's just magic. Surveils away a reckless impulse. So their hand is pretty packed with exile effects, right? Into my turn. Draw bounce land, which is absolutely huge. Saga. And pass turn. So Saga gets us a Amulet in 2 turns. A turn 3 Amulet. Ooh, they miss a land drop. That's huge. There's our Kessick Wolf run again. I think we would rather play a Bazooka Bog, but I think we need to Kessick Wolf run. I don't think we, even with one, well, yeah, let's just yield the turn. There you go. Sad Boseiju noises. Thank you. Okay, they get a Ruby. Tap for mana. Get an Amulet. We drew another Growth Chamber, which is not good. So, at this point, we want some lands. We want a mana base, right? Commercial District. Surveil on the bottom. Untap. Tap for green. Surveil. Grazer. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is a 4-mana. That's I don't know. Graveyard it. Graveyard it. Okay, this is supposed to be in the graveyard. It'll get there eventually. And then we're just going to Boseiju their ruby, or their amulet, or their medallion, rather. Magic's gonna think about it a little bit. They get a land, and I pass the turn. We're still not doing super great. So passing the flames, passing flames in the graveyard. Yeah. Passing flames is red 4, so they can. I don't know. Maybe they win. That's not a good exile for them. Just a bunch of lands. Well. Okay, they have a Pyretic, or they have a Past in Flames that I believe they plan on playing next turn. I could Bajuka Bog, but then I would have to 1, 2 Zenith for a Grazer. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. I hope we're not using. We need another Green Sun Zenith then, but also we're not close to. Okay, play a Saga. Green. Yeah, that's probably the better angle. In this case, we're just going for. We're gonna get a Sloth. I guess Dryad is the more permanent solution, which is good. In this case, we have a Sloth. Play a Bog. I think you're probably, Cass, I think you're probably right. I think my thoughts were just getting enough mana on the board to try to basically to play to whatever our top deck is. Next turn we can start making constructs. They have 2 cards in hand. They don't have a great exile. So we kind of just need to see what. They're going to surveil. I mean, Raul doesn't seem to be bringing them a whole lot of benefit, but at the same time, Yeah, that's basically where we're going. We can actually with shifting woodland, we can actually, or with into the flood maw, we can shifting woodland. So I think what we're gonna do is just shifting woodland. Let's actually here. What is we're gonna do? We have 2 bounce lands. Growth Chamber. We're gonna return Bazooka Bog to hand. Leave the Growth Chamber untapped for into the flood maw. If we do that, then we get the instant into the graveyard, and then we can activate Shifting Woodland, which isn't super useful right now, but Growth Chamber untaps. Let's make a construct. Return Bog to my hand. So, our plan here with Into the Flood Maw is we need to return Ral when the count is high enough that they would be able to flip it. Two cards in hand. They played a land, so Mirror Pool. If we get another Amulet, then we're good to draw whatever. So let's make a construct. I mean, they're not going to block, as they probably shouldn't, to be fair. Opponent is thinking, or Magic's terrible. Okay, now we're gonna get an Amulet. Vexing Bauble is not terrible, but I think this is going to treat us better. Shifting Woodland. Untapped. And, beginning of combat. Construct swings. And pass the turn. And we really only want Flood Maw for the woodland. Faithless Looting. Well, if it flips now, it doesn't help them all that much. Opponent discarding. Desperate Ritual. Another medallion. Man, so many medallions. That's all 4 medallions. Okay, this is bad. So, we don't know what their out of the game looks like, of course, because that's not information we have. We assume that they have a Veil of Summer. Well, Vexing Bauble doesn't help unless Ral flips, and with into the Floodmaw, hopefully it's good enough. We really don't want Ral to flip, and at that point I think it's too late here. So they've played Wish in the background. I don't think Floodmaw is something that all Titan decks have. What we are doing now is we are watching their green. If they tap their commercial district, then we are in better shape. Otherwise, right now we are looking at Veil of Summer. How many? It doesn't say, hey? I guess it's just storm count plus. Additional loyalty counting for each instant or sorcery you've cast. So starting loyalty 4, what we don't want is the -8. And that same -8 is what the Vexing Bauble would have been good at. They fetch a mountain. So commercial district is gone. The winning the flip does use this stack. And basically, we have the two constructs. Ren's Resolve. They lose the flip. Ren's Resolve can resolve. I think they are very desperate to flip Ren, or to flip Ral. They've lost a couple flips. They're very, very tapped out. They just lose that flip. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so they lost the flip. They're out of mana. Their turn is over. That's crazy. That is not a very good card. These can both go away. I'm just going to play Bazooka Bog. Exile their graveyard. They have one card in hand. 4 lands in exile they can play next turn. 1/1. Exile their graveyard. Let's just do this right away. It gives it trample as well, so I guess red, green, 2. I mean, it's not huge, right? But it's the only way we can get the 2 floating green or floating black. Oh, well, it's also bad because we can't into the Floodmaw anymore. But we assume that this is it. Oh, they can block. Yeah, they block that. Then they block. They construct and they don't die. Oh. Or they don't understand trample damage. Market. We won a game. We'll absolutely take that one. Okay. Let's check our amazing... Okay, I'm not 100% sure that person was exceptionally good at their deck. I mean, maybe like I said, they were in a very bad position, and if they, suppose they just blocked, like if they block with Ral is like their only chance to get anything, so I think it just didn't matter to them. Okay. Either way. I have a new coffee. The joys of just kind of from off screen. Yeah, don't mind me. Okay. Let's play round 3. So far we have our win here, our 2-0 win. We had before that 1-2. It was 1-1 okay. The last one we didn't really have time to win, but we lost that game, right? Like we could have maybe won, but we were under Blood Moon pretty hard. Okay, so I am on the draw against Wing 1110. Well, that's a hand. Mulligan that. 1, 2, 3, mulligan that. 5 is fine. I mean, Titan feels good. The question with Titan... are we gonna go escape shift? We want... the question with Titan is that it's really bad on digital clients. Get rid of a Simic, get rid of a Lotus Field. And it always has the classic problem of Titan is that it's very difficult to play. And this, honestly, if Titan was easier to play, then things would have been banned already. So here we're playing against Energy. Because why not, right? Their end step. Throw out a Saga, pass the turn. Lumra is pretty excellent. The Lumra Mirror Pool loop is just so good. I will say I'm actually really sad it's standard season right now. With the difference, like with the changes in banning Ring, we could honestly have some serious... Okay, well, I guess we just shifting Woodland, tapped, and pass the turn. No, with the Ring being banned, I'm actually really excited about Modern, and I think the meta is actually in a really good place. There's still a lot of energy, as witnessed by two... No, I guess yesterday we didn't play any energy. The day before yesterday we played 2 energy. Today we're playing 2 energy. At least 2 energy. This is the second. I have nothing on their turn. So this is the Mardu variety. We're gonna take some beats. Bowmasters is fine. What it's gonna do for them is it's gonna give them the city's blessing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they don't actually have the city's blessing. So the first Ocelot Pride will give it to them. So they've hit me for 2. They're going to get 1, 2, 3. Oh no. Yeah, well, maybe I think they get a 0/0 Orc Army. Okay. We can do this. Top decking an Amulet there is probably the absolute best thing that could have possibly happened. We tap for mana. We search for an Amulet. Escape Shift would be great, but we only have 1 land, so that's not happening. Amulets. So we could bounce land, Spelunking, draw a card, deny. I think we're just gonna go old school. Play Lotus Field. Sack trigger on the bottom, 1, 2. Tap for green. Tap for red. Oops. Tap sacking. Oh, yeah, well. We missed our... Oh, yeah. Well, Greenstone Zenith is in the deck. That was unbanned. And that's pretty big deal for this deck. Okay. Prime time. We're going to get some fucking mana. Or we're going to get the... Where are we? Mirror Pool. And we just need 2 red. I mean, we could get something fancy. Let's Commercial District for the Surveil. Hope I didn't do that poorly, because that's... Oh, I did that very wrong. Well, I lose. Does that need to be a bounce lane? Oh, maybe. Okay, let's try to work this out. That was very dumb. Green, and that with the Shifting Woodland. If we had tapped the Shifting Woodland before, then this would be fine. Man, that was a bonehead play. I lost focus for a second. We untap that. Surveil. Grazer. See, we can't get the Grazer without... Fuck, man. Yeah, but you're too late on that. But the correct answer was get the... I couldn't have played Spelunking without burning the colorless from Mirror Pool. I needed to get a bounce land there, and I didn't. And unless this is a... Yeah, that's fine, whatever. Okay, we can still do this. Growth chamber, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think we can still do this. We're stumbling through. Then what we're going to do is escape shift. Exactly. We're going to escape shift and bin the mirror pool, copy the mirror pool, and still jump back in our kill line. Very bad though, very bad. Come on, give me my untapped trigger. I take 1. One, 2. 1, 2. Return growth chamber. Escape shift. Sack these 2. Now we're going to get Echoing Deeps to copy that. And then a bounce land, because why not? Choose a land. Mirror pool. Nope. Mirror pool on the bottom. Tap for mana. Tap for mana. Tap for mana. Tap to copy Titan. Okay. We're gonna take that. This is going to be our haste land. We still don't win, hey? The board is just too... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, they might not have lethal, actually. Battlements. Green floating. Valakut. That's true. So none of this is going to come untapped. I really... the Spelunky interaction is so... negative, kind of. So we're going to haste 1 Titan. Tap for red. Return battlements. Grazer. Play battlements. untapped because that's how Spelunking works. Haste the Titan. Beginning of combat. Attack with the Titans. Why, yes, I will. We're just getting tons of mana. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we should be able to. The thing is, the question is if we can punch through. Okay, I picked it. I picked it. I picked it. Can I have it? What? No. No. Sack triggers on the bottom. A bunch of untapped triggers. Green. Red. Anything. Anything. Lotus Field. Valakut. We're waiting on them now. So that's 12. Yeah, it'd be, I mean, it's, by the way, it still says Lanzes, and I think it's funny. So into the second one. Yes, I would choose to use that. So we're going to take a Vesuva to copy our Lotus Field. And we're going to take a Keswick Wolf Run, since this is our kill land. No. That's a terrible idea. Untap Lotus Field. Untap Lotus Field. Let's haste the token, I guess. They're just gonna like shoot the sheriff or something. Sacrifice 2 Lances. Okay, opponent, it's all on you. Here's where I either win or lose. They can block with their whole board. It'll kill it. It has trample, and it makes them not have lethal next turn. That's 6. That's 28. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's still 20. They can block with the Bowmasters, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of 28. I think that's still lethal. Yeah. Okay. What do we do against this stupid deck? Vampire's Vengeance. So they're playing, this is Mardu. My assumption is Mardu will not be playing Blood Moon. I think their mana base is much harder. Vexing Bauble, Bazooka Bog. Let's take Force. And let's take Fungus. Fungus we're taking... Okay. We're going to cut a Zuza. We're going to cut a Spelunking. Three cards. Cut a Spelunking. Cut a Boseiju. Okay. Here's what we're doing. That is not a very good starting hand. But Urza's Cave can get us anything we want. This is a hand. This is a hand. We'll just drop the Fungus. I mean, we don't have a colorless land. Or we don't have a green land, which is really an issue. But I feel like for a 6... But the deck is 61 cards. So really, when you say 61 card special, what you mean is 62 card special, which this isn't. Because the deck is already 61. Okay, so Vestige is nothing this turn. Or Vesuva. Vestige is our only green source. It might make sense. I think we're going to play Vestige, make green, and cast the Fungus. Fungus activation is colorless. And honestly, if they really want to waste their removal on the Fungus, that's maybe okay. But I can crack this during Moon. Guide of Souls, as they do. You know what? I don't have anything to do during your turn. Another land. Not a land. Their Marsh Flats is not good against... Oh, that would work. Okay. Pay 1. Amulet. Play Vesuva as Vestige. We're actually going to play the map and the... Well, we don't need to play the Grazer, so it's, for what it's worth, we don't have a land. And we don't have 2 mana to activate the map. But we can untap it. We could play the Sloth if it were in our best interest to do so. Yeah, energy is by far the most, especially when you take both versions, like Mardu and Boros energy, then definitely. Well, I passed the turn. I guess no. I can actually, hold on. Do I have... Here. This is the latest in... this is the latest in... What do you got? Oh, they want to kill my Fungus. That's fine. Anyway, that's the latest in the analysis post we follow. It's just an ugly link, but you know. What are we? That's 5 cards, right? Okay. I take the 1. So, what can we do? 1-2, crack the map, get a bounce land, right? Bounce. We play bounce 2 mana, 1 mana. Play bounce 2 mana. Packed for something we don't need. I think we're done. Their end step. The Dimir deck is Murktide, Psychic Frog, Oculus. So I think it's always close, but I think in the new ones the Oculus is just a little over energy. But if you notice, the 2 below it are both energy. So really, energy is at about 20%, which is honestly down from where it was before. Whatever. Yield to unstep. What? This ain't no jank off meta deck. This is Titan. Okay, so next turn they have Flash. We're at 10 minutes. Their end step. Let's crack and get a bounce land. Play an Amulet. Amulet is always the perfect. I believe I just won the game. Top deck Amulet. So, bounce, untap, untap. Tap. Tap. Return Vesuva. Play Grazer. Play Vesuva as Growth Chamber. Bounce, trigger, trigger. Tap. Tap. Return. Titan. Whoops. Well, whatever. Yep. Okay, let's focus. Mirror Pool. Bounce land. Bounce in the bottom. Mirror Pool triggers next. Then Gruul Turf untap. Tap for mana. Tap for mana. Tap for mana. Make a copy of the Titan. Leave a green floating, because why not? Titan, yes. How much? 1, 2. Is there a chance that I would get, if I get Lotus Field and Mycosynth? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's another Titan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 mana. Yeah, but I can't do. I try to avoid Analyst at all costs, honestly. It's not good for MTGO. Like Analyst in a lot of cases means I lose. And arguably, maybe it just means I need practice with it. But in a lot of cases, that loop plus the way that MTGO works, not good. Yeah, that's probably true. There's this weirdness where I want to learn to play it. And I want to keep, more specifically, I want to keep this deck the same as my paper deck. I mean, honestly, it is not bad. Let's check that. Like, I would say it's a good... I would say it's a very good card, and if I get to the point where this thing is getting faster, and or if it comes up, it's not a bad thing to have. It's just that I run Keswick... Like, I run Keswick Wolf Run specifically because... What? Destroy that and destroy that. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Thank you. Now we return a land. Growth Chamber. Titan. Yes, I play the second paper, and I play a lot of modern in Berlin. Let's say Battlements and Valakut. We're gonna get 3. Let's keep our Battlements triggers on the bottom. Valakut on top. And we're gonna haste, haste, haste attack. Well, first we're going to tap for mana, tap for mana, tap for mana. Haste a Titan. Haste a Titan. And haste a Titan. I guess I could have left that untapped. Whatever. Yeah. Beginning combat. Attack with awe. Yeah. We're just gonna make tons of mana. Like if these when you click it, if they immediately went onto the stack, then it would be, even that would just make this deck way easier to play online. So green, some red, and just default tap the rest. Sack a bunch of lands. Sack a bunch of lands. Use Titan's ability. Oops. Shit. Well, that was a misclick. That's not the end of the world. That's not an important misclick. Mana. Mana. It's lagging. Do we get a concession? No, they're just going to make me do it. That's fine. A little bit of lag. It's taking from my clock. If I lose because of this, I'll be really sad. Because this is a win. Let's return the forest. Yep. Keswick Wolf Run. We pick first, just in case. Echoing Deep's gonna become a Lotus. Sack trigger on the bottom. Wolf Run trigger is on top of that. Then my Lotus Fields. Let's add more green. I've always liked green. So we're going to make Primeval Titan very large. I'm thinking maybe 42.6. Yeah. Sec. I will yield the turn, opponent. 42.6 coming at you. That spinning ball. If that spinning ball kills me right now, I will be so sad. Okay, let's go. Let's go Magic Online. Hello, Chaos. Yeah. It's ticking down on their side, but if there's no connection, they might be ticking down on my side, and so yeah, I mean, they're just going to throw what they have in front of it. Well, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Whoop, whoop, woo. Okay. That's good. We stumbled a bit with Boros Energy because of that Blood Moon, but now we have a 2-0 with... we have 2-0 with Ruby Storm and then 2-0 with Mardu. If I took off fast enough, I could block with my... Yeah, well, and this the thing is that angels have vigilance. And vigilance is very, very, very good. Especially there's the old Titan builds that would use Sunhome, or was it the Slayer Stronghold? For white red gives it +2/+0 and vigilance and haste instead of what I use. And so that would give them vigilance, which is good, but since it was white red, you had to run the Boros Bounce Land, which is the only bounce land that didn't have doesn't have green, and so it was really just the most terrible draw. So it's nice to play without it, but I lose vigilance. Yeah, that's not bad for 4 mana. Okay, so I think I am going to stand up and stretch my legs very briefly. I think I'll give y'all a 5-minute timer and then return back. So, pull up a bar stool. I'll be back. I promise I'll be back. Hi. I don't know. Angels can't really be pulled up in Modern, just simply because Modern is pretty fast. And you have all of these, like, it's fast, but it's also the removal. Ooh, my... I would also be pretty interested to see the Modern, or the Standard Angels deck. What are we doing? Okay. We're gonna jump right back into a match. Uh-oh. Magic is probably freezing. Timing Q is 0 and not going up, and the background hasn't respawned. So Magic is about to crash. So I'm actually about to, like, I'm about to make a standard deck. I need to make a standard deck for this season. I really want. I was looking at the Doomsday deck, which is the Dimir Doomsday, which is super cool. But I don't know for sure if, like, I like to build Modern and just play Modern and edge cases and craziness, right? But if I'm making a deck for the season, I kind of want it to be something I'll enjoy, but I want it to be something that is actually competitive, right? And so I need to look a little bit. I'm sorry, I need to switch back. Oh! I got an error. But that's fine. I got an error instead of it crashing, which is good. And now we're in, we're good, we're done. I was worried it was going to dock me. Listen, have you seen what I play? I'm not going to play mono red just to play. I will only play something that interests me. It needs to be something interesting enough to play. This is why the Dimir Doomsday is so good. It's so good. Okay. This is us. We are on the play. A good place for us to be. We are against Berzetti. Playing who knows what. But we will take the play. Saga. That's a pretty good hand. Saga into Gardens. See, this is the problem. This is the point where I'd rather have a Titan, right? Theoretically, turn 3, we can Saga for 4, Summoner's Pact into Sloth. Cast for 4 again. So give us 7 mana, which is enough for a Titan, or to Pact for a Titan, or to GSC for a Titan. However, Lumra ain't gonna do it. Unless we get really lucky. Lumra will give us piles of mana. All the mana on the fucking planet. But if we don't have anything to cast, then it doesn't matter. So Saga ticks up. We play Gardens. We yield the turn. So the worst thing that can happen right now is Thraben Charm. Oh, it's irritation. I have this piercing. It doesn't always like being covered all day in headphones. I gotta take a longer look at it. Yeah, so I mean, if they would Thraben Charm Saga, that would be bad. If you were looking for ways to stop Titan, that's the way. Since it is the first game. Wait, is it the first game? Yeah, it is. Oh, we're just playing against... I don't know what we're playing against. It's like energy, but it's not. Okay. I think with this GSC we win. We float one. They are going to jump the gun. They can destroy something. Amulet. So now the question is, if they can destroy that, we want to copy it. We want to copy it in reaction to them destroying it. And I don't think there's a way we can do that. Because if we packed... Yeah, Martin totally did it. Well, if we packed, they can do that anyway, and then we're just going to die next turn to the pact. Zenith is our... We can't Zenith for one... Well, they might have been bluffing. I don't know. Here they... If they blow it up, they win. Or if they blow it up, they don't lose. Let's say. I have no idea what they're playing. Because if they're playing energy, they spent 2 turns doing fucking nothing. Okay, then full on, let's win the game. Tap, tap, return. We cast a pact. And now we hope we won't die. Get a grazer. Pact for a grazer. Play a growth chamber. Bounce on the bottom. Untap. Untap. Tap. Tap. Return. SGC for all the mana. Here, Bart. Here is your unbanned card.
Hi, Sadie.
Hello. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. How are you?
So we are going to activate this here Titan. We're going to get a bounce land. We are going to get a mirror pool. And we are going to copy the Titan. Bounce on the bottom.
If it is Boros energy again, they're probably either holding Thraben Charm and they realized it was too late on the saga, or some of the new Boros energies are playing Philia.
Are playing what?
Philia, the best doggo.
Oh yeah, but Philia ain't gonna do shit right now. We are way far down that. They've F6'd. So we're copying the Titan. Titan is going to get us a red source. It is also going to get us, let's say, commercial district twice. Not that it matters, but Hanweir, we don't need a bounce land. This is in fact always a good spot to try to get some lands on the board. Hanweir bounces on the bottom. Commercial district. We tap for red. Then we tap for more red. Hanweir haste the token. Then we are going to haste the Titan. Now we're going to surveil. That doesn't. That's not a thing we need. Return commercial district. At least if they kill something, as long as I get one of these Titan triggers, then I can successfully get or survive next turn. First main, beginning of combat. And so, like I was saying, like we could take Lumra at that point, but this is the kill. But at this point, with 2 amulets, the reality is that you need to find a way to kill people. But it doesn't matter what that way is. If there's with Titan, if there's 2 amulets and they have nothing against it, then okay, so they are at 20. We don't know what they're playing. It's entirely possible they have a Solitude, although they should have used it as we were copying Mirror Pool. The important thing is that we need to walk away from these 4 triggers being able to pay for a pact just in case. So, prime time. So if we get just bounce lands as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, plus 12 is 24. So if we don't want a Lotus Field, we are holding a lot of fucking bounce lands. This is not great. Okay. So we're going to take SGC, Vesuva as Growth Chamber. Bounce, bounce. Untap, 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 untap. And so with the second Primeval Titan trigger, what we'll be able to do is get a Lotus Field and get a Lotus Field and Wolf Run. So when 1 return trigger, we're going to return Battlements. 1 return trigger, we're going to get rid of Gruul Turf, which is actually our Vesuva returning home. Yes, we will use this. Now we get a Lotus Field and a Kessig Wolf Run. Sack trigger on the bottom, and now we make sure the Wolf Run triggers are on the bottom. Not that it matters, but it's for the better. We have plenty of colored mana. Opponent thinking. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 minus 2 is 13. Means we attack for, we're going to do 25 this turn. I mean, you know, unless they do something. Tap for mana. Tap for mana. Tap for mana. Tap not for mana. We always pick the token just in case. Just because if they would have to return it or something. Or if they have to kill it, we still have our property. Maybe she's the other way, actually, because whatever.
No, you're right. In a white matchup, you want the tokens. They're more likely to have exile-based removal than they are bounce.
Yeah, that was kind of my thought. Like, if it's gonna be bounced or something like that, then the creature one. But either way, focusing on the problem. Okay. So that's a win. I don't know what we're playing.
Most likely Boros Energy.
This
A
is. I don't
hedge
think I've
against
ever been
Blood
against a
Moon.
Boros Energy that did nothing on for 2 turns. And they did tap, and I think it was whether it was Felia or like it couldn't have been Thraven Charm, but they did tap and untap, which is why I kind of paused. I think we side in 4 energy and just see what we can do. We're gonna take Vengeance. We're gonna take Fungus. We're gonna take Force. What if they're just a really bad Storm? What if they had an instant to
Playing a
cast at the...
basic planes?
Maybe? Yeah, I think we're just gonna do these 4. We're gonna do a safe side. We have a whole nother game if we need it. Let's take a Spelunking out. Let's take Escape Shift. Let's take a Vestige. And we play 62.
The other option could be Boros Hammer Time, but I also think that Hammer would have had more plays.
Yeah, they would
I
have
think it's
played
better.
something, right? So we can't keep this. This would be great if it had a green source, but at least we can. It's not terrible. It's keepable anyway. 1, 2, 3. Ditch Mirror Pool. It's better to find it than to have it. We got the Hode. The Hode is a part of this value breakfast. I don't know. Oh shit, that's what I was gonna do. Okay, Guided Souls.
Called it.
Play a Saga. Pass the turn. I mean, then what the shit were they doing last game? That's the real question.
Turn 1 Elegant Parlor, get some selection. Turn 2 Felia. Then you're looking at turn 3 stuff like Flage, Season
Turn 2,
Pyromancer.
just realize you're dead and just do nothing. This is then the 3rd energy matchup I've had this league.
Some of the energy builds are even running main deck Blood Moons at this point.
There's a 3-win charm. Okay, we'll do it again. Pass the turn. Guide of Souls. It's gonna take a lot of fucking turns to 1-2 me. Okay. I guess we 1-2 1-2 into Spelunking, which isn't great. Or 1-2. Oh, we can't 1-2 into Spelunking. We don't actually have a. we don't have anything yet. We'll just pass that. Pass the turn. What are we listening to now? This is some sort of. Oh, give me my hand back. Oh, this cat. Give me your hand back, and you can sit here. Yeah. Okay. I have wrangled the cat. We're gonna jump into a playlist. I like this playlist. I think Raptor was banned, right?
Yeah, Amcrafter got the
Yeah,
X.
yeah. Ring was the important one in my world, but yeah, Raptor was banned, and was the best. That's the best place for it. They play Spiral. That's fine. Nice. I will absolutely check that out after this stream, Mish. So swing with both. They have enough energy to hit their flying encounters once. Honestly, I don't care. As long as they're not like fucking with my shit, they can do whatever they need to do. Draw GSZ. Add colorless. Go get something. Shockingly, an amulet. So Gruul Turf. Groove Turf is a play either way. We have 4 mana. One, two. Return. Play Spelunking. We're going to draw a card and then play land. That card is fucking useless. Gruul Turf. No. Untap or return bounce sugar, untap sugar. Artifact returned. Well, let's use the 1, 2, 3. We're gonna use the explore function on the insidious fungus because we
No.
Oh, done. Sorry. Why?
I was gonna say Triad or Zenith for Triad.
Zenith for Dryad. I couldn't have, but I could have before I played Spelunking.
If you had put the Grazer in and then put the Gruul Turf back in, that would put you up.
Fair. We can maybe still do that.
That's true.
They know about this one. We play that. Sure. Untapped. Tap for 2. Let's bring that back. Actually, he still can't Zenith for Dryad. We're 1 short. But we can keep up Boseiju, and that's as good as it's going to be. Yep, that's fine. Return the Gruul Turf.
That may or may not actually be just as good.
We're going to lose that. Yield our turn. We're going to have to play their turn unyielded. which is never great for our timer, but... Those are the cards I've ordered for. I've separated them, but I have to package them still yet. It's a bunch of shit. I just relisted my store, so people probably just got a bunch of stuff to keep. Okay. At 14, what do they have? If they don't do anything else, I'm sure they have Flash, right? But if they don't do anything else, they have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If they would have cast Flash, that would put that at 10. And or kill my Grazer. The future! Telling you, Bart. Next time, if you're in Australia, next time I go to Japan, we should meet there. I've actually always wanted to go to Australia, but also like Singapore and also Bali and everything. And if I'm ever anywhere near there, I just go to Japan. Okay. I think I'm going to take some damage. I prefer to hold on to the Grazer. So we're going to block the Spiral for now. At the very least, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Theoretically, I can live one more turn even with that. What are you doing, opponent? Fucking ouch! That
chat.
That is a lot of fucking... Okay. We can take one more hit, but I don't know what I think is going to happen. Okay, so we're not going to attack with the moth or with the sloth. Our best chance here is we played Valakut to not waste Vestige. Next turn, we could Vestige for okay, right now is when we destroy that. Flage on the stack. It's as good as it gets. Destroy bombardment. They can sack things to destroy the Grazer or kill me, but it's pre-attack. And Flage is still on the stack, so they can't even attack that. Oh, interesting. Pretty sure Flage is going to hit the Grazer for what it's worth, but... Okay, anyway. Like I was saying, we put out the Valakut.
I think you just die here.
Yeah, how much do they... Well, they don't have...
They have enough energy to jump this.
Yeah, but Grazer,
so no
Grazer has reach.
Block, you take 6. Yeah, but even if you block one of the Guided Souls, you take 3, 2 from the Spiral, 1 from the token.
Grazer's dead, so 3.
Or they just kill the Grazer.
6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's game. Let's not burn any more time here.
Yeah, that's why I brought it up.
In classic Titan sense, we win the first, we lose the second, and now we need to win the third. Floodmaw. We have 16 minutes left.
Would Floodmaw be overboarding now? That's the question.
I'm thinking of Floodmaw because of the... Okay, how about let's focus. Let's focus our deck, right? Here's what we're going to do. Analyst is out. Lumra's staying. Scape shifts are in. Floodmaws are in. Force gets us amulets back. Azuz is gone.
What about 6?
What does 6 bring to the table?
It lets you replay your amulets with your lands if they wear tear you.
That's actually probably good. I haven't played 6 that much actually. So they are playing. If they're playing Boros, they are playing Blood Moon. Force stays in. Fungus stays in. Cut a Grazer.
I don't know that you need the no, leave the expedition map actually.
Yeah,
Now
the
that
map
I think about
is
it.
kind of uncut, but that's our forest. If they moon us, right? I think spelunking, 2 spelunkings instead of 4. Okay, we will play. That's not great. We will not keep that. Woodland tapped into Woodland. Yeah, we're gonna mulligan that. That's possibly worse. This we have to keep. Oh, it's actually, as it turns out, not too terrible. I mean, it's not great, but we don't want that. And we need 2 lands, so Pact goes. Saga, pass the turn. Opponent surveils. Yield their turn. Gruul Turf is an excellent source of vitamin C. And something, I don't know. Okay. Shifting Woodland tapped, pass the turn. So, next turn, assuming they don't do anything stupid, tap Saga for 1, sap Woodland for 2, have an Amulet. Well, that doesn't matter anymore. For what it's worth, it only would have been 5 mana. I mean, we could have floated the mana for Woodland to play Grazer to play, I guess, the Woodland again. It kept us ahead. Blood Moon.
No, wait.
I think we should wait, right? We don't need mana
Let,
for that. Let's wait. They can have their moon.
play your bounce lands so that way you can just kill the moon, untap, and play Titan.
Yeah, I mean the bounce lines are, to be fair, the bounce lines are kind of like good, right? Arguably, I don't have any amulets, so I see your point. But so if the
Well, now
top
as soon
deck,
as you kill that moon, you've got 4, and it's stopping your lands from coming in tapped for the time being. You're not under a lot of pressure.
it's true. If we get a Lotus, or a bounce land, because the thing is, I can play the Titan, but Titan without any sort of amulet is not great anyway. Beginning of combat. Nothing. They can attack me. Well, that I guess we can keep in hand. Play a Woodland. So at the end of their turn, we can force the Blood Moon, come out, play a Titan. Ocelot Pride. Destroy the Blood Moon, get rid of the Pact. Beach Ball for a while. Pet the Hoed, I guess, in the meantime. Smash, smash, smash. They can have their fucking cat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Into my turn. Well, too late spelunking. Play Boseiju. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're just gonna get. We're just kind of gonna build our board. We're taking Hanweir, Valakut, so we can. Right. So we can do nothing. So we can do nothing is the way that we end that sentence. Fine. Why? I liked that Titan. It's okay. I can copy it now. So Woodlands is turned on because Saga is an excellent card for all the right reasons. They surveil their Blood Moon again. Well, they're gonna swing for a pile. And it's going to take a pretty good draw to get me out of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's fine. Let's call it 7, 8. So I cannot take another hit. I don't even know what I could draw here. Yeah, that's not it. I mean, it still comes into play untapped, though. It's nice. Let's concede the game.
Hindsight being 2020, I think the lands off the Titan probably should have grabbed the forest.
Yeah, no, totally. I took it. I was absolutely. I took Falcon and Hanweir to haste my Titan, but of course they come into play tapped. That was just a straight up misplay. I had been thinking about a second about a second Blood Moon, and I was just thinking about getting the attack and then getting basics after that. Just not paying enough attention. So win, loss, loss. So we are on the 5th round. We are 2-2, as is tradition. Additionally, I can all but guarantee you that this next one is going to go 1-1 and then go down to time, because that is how leagues go around these parts. Hold on, I'm reloading Magic Online, which I have to do just constantly. That said, I think I'm okay with the deck as it is now. Like, we might, we might be able to change something, but as it turns out, like, as it goes, we haven't really had time issues so much. Okay. Okay, so let's move on to round 5. Which preferred color combinations? You mean in general in Magic, or in Titan, or in Angels, or just in response to the other one? Here's a game. We're waiting. We're finding an opponent. It's working. We're not freezing. We have an opponent. We are on the play against Tweety. I would love to see, just because we were talking about it, I would love to see a Modern Angels deck here. Well, as much as I wish we had a bounce land, this is a very good hand. We're going to keep it. I dig, in general, like, I dig Esper. Like, I like Dimir, I like Esper, like, these kind of things. A little funny, because I don't think I actually have an Esper deck together right now. But, classically. Okay. Saga Amulet. We have 2 turns to get a bounce land. I wish they would have cracked that. Oh, that's fine. I think we are going to drop the Analyst, even though it's not the same as, it's not great as far as, like, they can kill it theoretically, but I think it's good distraction. Oh,
We also have the upside of milling over a bounce land with the Echoing Deeps,
which we did.
And Frogulous.
Yep, it sure is. That's fine. I don't count on that nearly as much as I believe you think I do. They're Frogulous and they're tapped out. And I have 2 amulets. Okay, beginning of
Some Frogless, very few run 1 main deck Subtlety, but I don't think they have.
Yeah, I haven't seen Subtlety forever. Okay. Let's tap that. Get ourselves amulet number 2. So we have 1-2 floating. Echoing Deeps as Gruul Turf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's just 6, right? Right? Yeah. Why am I overthinking this?
Yes.
Play us an Echoing Deeps. Stop overthinking things. How I learned to stop overthinking and just love the bomb. I think as what was the subtitle of Doctor Strangelove? Something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tap that. Let's take back our Gruul Turf. Titan. I think this is just a win. Yeah, learn to stop worrying. That was what it was. Okay, it is a win. We're back to off to sideboards. Okay.
Harbinger of the Sea and Counterspell.
This is where you see my friend Tyrannus.
I don't think you want 6. You definitely want Endurance and Counter.
Yeah, right? Yeah, Bog comes in as well. We take in our land because we need Sky Turtle, I think. I don't know if they play mainboard Flood Moons, but I'm sure that they play them in the side.
I would play Flood Maws over the Vengeances for your Harbinger matchup.
Over what?
I would play your Flood Maws for your Harbinger matchup.
Oh yes. This is why I brought the turtle in as well. It's more just thinking. At this point, we're gonna keep Scape Shift. We're gonna cut all the graveyard package. They know my deck.
I would lose Scape Shift for the Counterspell matchup.
Well, remember, Scape Shift sacrifice is not. It's not a cost of casting. It's a resolution. 66. Let's take 2 lands out. Commercial District. Boseiju less important in this matchup. Actually, what do they have? Maybe I'm going to cut a second Boseiju. And keep in commercial. Well, untapped green, whatever. Keep those 2. Cut a Vestige. Cut a Spelunking. Roll 62. Okay, Tweety. What do you got? That is a pretty good starting hand. I'll keep that. Play a Saga. Pass the turn. Exactly. 62 special. I mean, I have 33 lands in the deck. 32, I think, actually, in this build. But, I mean, if you have that many lands, you can play as many cards as you want. Oh, did we miss a land drop? We missed a land drop. Doesn't look good for team... them. Saga trigger resolves. Let's play the Gardens. Pass the turn. Well, actually... we could...
You play your Grazer here.
Yeah, but we can also use the Grazer once we have 2... once we have 2 amulets.
But if you put the bounce... No, never mind.
I think...
I'm going crazy. I think you're trying to hold it.
Yeah, I think we need the... Grazer's really good for building out your board when you don't have a way to untap, so you can really just keep pushing. But in this case... It's like they're fishing for a land, and also now it's time for Bojuka Bog. Oof. Yeah. I'm sorry, Tweety. I don't want to win like this.
Don't feel bad. They kept the hand. They opened on Soporific Springs instead of an actual land. I knew that they were digging.
Yeah, if Sulfuric Springs was the only fucking land they had. The rest of this must just be fucking fire. If they have a subtlety, they are, or if they have a subtlety, they are fucking, they have it in hand. Yeah, they ditch the Harbinger.
No, they ditch the Harbinger so that they can try and draw a black source and unearth it.
Yeah.
Very few list player on subtlety, so I wouldn't play scared.
Yeah, I mean the deck like subtlety's big deal because if we Summoner's Pact and then the creature gets subtlety, like that's a loss. But I'm not super worried about it in this meta right now. Amulet. So first off, we're going to make a copy of Amulet. I think we might actually Summoner's Pact for another one. Well, let's see.
I wouldn't.
Well, the thing is,
you have Titan mana without the Summoner's Pact. I'd go for the Titan first. And
I guess I was thinking about being able just trying to get bogged down. Because the only thing they have now is an Oculus or a Murktide. I guess Oculus is 2 turns away, but next time's a Murktide. I guess that it's probably better
Can't you just kill him here anyway?
What?
Can't you just kill him here anyway?
Hopefully. Yeah, I mean that's the plan. It was more like should I hedge my bets and whatever. But I think with the pact it would just be I'd have to pay for a pact next turn. So it's not really doing anything, right? That's sad. I really wanted to use Tyrannus Rex. I mean, I can. It would just be really dumb. I could also hardcast Titan or Turtle if I really wanted to. There's a Titan. Let's leave a green floating. They must be so frustrated with not having land. They should just concede. It would save me the trouble. I will use this. We're gonna get a bounce.
Can I throw something out to you and your audience?
Wait, did you say can you?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
The London Mulligan is broken. Don't be afraid to mulligan.
Yeah, especially like that was one of the biggest things I had to do against or learn with Titan is that you need to mulligan super like you need to aggressively mulligan. So we did it. We 3-2'd first time out with Titan. Okay, so went 3-2. Energy's rough and dominates. So we lost to energy, loss win loss. We won against against Mardu energy, win, and then we lost against energy or against Boros energy to win loss, loss, right? So it's actually funny, like looking at the match tracker, we've actually the deck is I feel a lot better against Mardu energy. As Mardu energy has less or doesn't have the moon effects, and I can deal with that, right? So I think in the deck itself, I never drew Azusa, and that's kind of sad. Azusa's kind of an add to the deck, and I'm not 100% sure it's necessary. So that's the only thing really that I'm thinking about on the cutting room floor. I won't change it yet. I think what is today? Thursday. Yeah, tomorrow we're having a bit of a brew session. I think I'm pretty sure we're gonna do it tomorrow evening. Like maybe we start doing like a Friday evening brewing session but I don't know. This is kind of the first week back from vacation, and we're really setting up our schedule. So either way, I think the deck felt really good. I think it felt good in the games, even the games we lost against Energy and Energy. I think it still felt good. These games were both won by Blood Moon. So maybe let's discuss it. Let's discuss on Friday. There's the concept of bringing back Generous Ent into the side, which is maybe a thing if we're really that worried about it. As far as feel a lot more useful into Flood Moon. So yeah. Anyway, 3-2. We made our money back. We made enough to pay for tomorrow, right? And that's what matters. Then I will be signing off, and I will see you all later. Ciao.